for your forewarned weather with Chief Meteorologist Alana Brophy.
I'll tell you what, Alana, this time of year, whether we are looking up north or looking down south, there is always a beautiful view, huh?
Oh, you can't go wrong in the Beehive State. Fall is beautiful. We were coming off of a hot summer. We loved that season too, but here we are with the autumn, and we're not going to feel like autumn for a minute or two. The great sunset coming out of Blacksmith Fork. Thank you to Kurt Benjamin for sharing this from Cache Valley. The color, the cloud cover, the river, I just want to go out there and get fishing. Okay, Sterling shared this one from Cascade Springs, another great view of that fall foliage. Here we are into the season and it is changing. A lot of folks going, okay, when do I catch the colors? Well, there are some areas doing better than others, and that includes Cedar Breaks, Mirror Lake Highway, Guardsman's Pass, moderate to high color in those areas, still not to peak, so you have plenty of time. Low color in places like Logan Canyon and Provo Canyon, but it's only a matter of time. We're starting to see that change of color creeping into the lower elevations. If you drive along the benches, you notice it there too. Satellite radar showing us the dry conditions as we had our first Monday of autumn. Northerly flow behind a weak, dry cold front. They brought a little cloud cover to northern Utah, pushed a little further south into south central Utah as we made it into tonight. But it's quiet out there, and that's something we're going to have to get used to. Great video coming from Tibble Fork. Scott Taylor catching this one. Folks on the reservoir. Okay, so people are still feeling those summer vibes. So how about the weather to match? Because that's going to happen. Highs today were above average, and we hold on to that warming trend. 79 in Salt Lake. That's only a degree above average in the northern portion of the state. 95 in St. George. It's 5 degrees. We're going to keep on climbing. Now, as for tonight, those clear conditions will allow those temperatures to drop along the Wasatch Front. 62 in Salt Lake with mostly clear skies. We'll see a lot of areas dropping into the upper 50s along the Wasatch Front. 57 for the overnight, and then those numbers warming back up. 60 by 9 a.m. Plenty of sunshine, and we're on the up and up. And as you take a look at our high temperature trend, averages in the upper 70s, but here we go along the Wasatch Front with those summer feels. Above average temperatures with areas ranging 5 to 15 degrees above the seasonal norm as we make it through the work week. Also the case for southern Utah, where we're going to jump above average and stay close and possibly flirt with some triple digits. Here we are into September. We're talking about the summer heat. It's a monster ridge of high pressure. Now, if we do hit that 100, it's substantial, because guess what? This year we have had 89 triple-digit days in St. George. Now, that's the third place when you look at how many days we've had in the past. But if we get another, that would tie us with 1996, and that would be the second time we've seen those temperatures. We average 52 triple-digit days a year in St. George. So, okay. Talking heat, we've been talking about it all summer, and it holds on for the beginning of fall. Futurecast kind of sleepy, keeps us really quiet and dry. High pressure does that. It acts as a storm block, and so we don't have a ton going on. We could see an increase in southwesterly winds as we make it through the midweek as the system stays way to the north. That increase in winds would just add to our temperatures, warming a little bit. There's that area of high pressure. It's a monster ridge. We're used to this. We saw it this summer. Even if it slides east, we're still under the influence with above average temperatures as we make it through the midweek and even until the end of the week. We actually will stay above average and above seasonal norms through the latter half of the weekend. So we've got a long stretch here of dry conditions and temperatures above average. So if you were already missing the warmth, don't worry. It's not going anywhere. Unfortunately, we stay dry. Precipitation outlook here for the next 6 to 10 day actually takes us into the first few days of October, meaning this dry pattern holds steady. The temperature outlook also keeps us above average for that same time period. And you can see warmer really throughout the state, and we're going to hold on to that. Here's a look at what to expect for tomorrow. We're going to jump a few degrees, going to go mid-80s along the Wasatch Front, low to mid-80s expected for our Tuesday with the warming trend underway. 96 in St. George, 70s and 80s on the eastern side of the state. Here's a check on the St. George 7-day. I've noted the records here so you can see we're flirting with records at times throughout the work week and even into the weekend. I go for that triple digit on Saturday. I think it's possible. As we look at the Wasatch Front, record territory possibly for the midweek with the help of those southwesterly winds, and we will see cooler temperatures dropping into the upper 70s by next Monday. So we've got a stretch here, friends, and it's not going to feel like fall, but it sure does look like it. Brian, over to you.